everyone, it's Dustin with TechMD. Today we're going to come at you with an iPhone 11 back glass repair. Now this one has a plastic rim, I think. Maybe not. But either way, this is our new technique that we've been using. I've done about like 8 of these phones so far. And absolutely love it. I can do a really good price. And customers, of course, like good prices. So this is my glass breaker here. And you want to break the glass quite a bit so you can pick off this glass without having too much ease, too much problems. You can order this whole entire kit that I'm using by just calling up Injured Gadgets, asking for the TechMD bundle, back glass repair bundle, if you want to. So you just want to really get that glass broken really good. And we're going to find our first open hole. You want to make an open hole if you can. It's going to make your life really easy. We're going to put our heat gun on 425 degrees with 50 airflow. 425 degrees Celsius with 50 airflow. And we need some T5111 back glass glue remover. Once again, you can find this stuff at Injured Gadgets. I may or may not be able to find this stuff on Amazon. If it is, I'll be linked in the description. Obviously, if you buy from the links, guys, you're going to help support this channel. So I really appreciate that. And I'm not going to turn the fume extractor on so you guys are able to hear me a little bit more. So I just have to deal with the fumes on this one. I've already done an XR, X, and a 12 so far, so I'm excited to do 11 today for you guys. So we want to move quickly, and we don't want to hold the heat gun on it too long. No more than 3 seconds. We don't want to be blowing up any batteries or causing any problems. I always tend to forget to put my glasses on, but they're important to have because this glass does fly. You don't want that in your face. Hopefully my editors can get a really good, nice close-up view of what I'm doing for you guys. December has been a pretty busy month for me because I finally moved into my new physical location. I'm able to get a lot more videos in, and also just feeling a little bit more motivated. So I really do hope that these videos do help you guys. Put a little bit more glue remover there to help us get in here. Obviously there's some plastic on this phone somewhere, like in those corners, so you don't want to do too much digging or you may pull up the plastic. this clamp is pretty important. It's definitely one of the key things. That and having this really nice blade, having the glue remover. I mean, it's just all required. If you have one of these heat guns, then you'll be fine. As long as you have it controlled, you don't have to worry about it. Now, I did a 12 Pro and I warped the camera a little bit on the 12 Pro. So just be aware that the cameras inside can get hot and warp. I have yet to do an actual camera lens yet. I don't even have them ordered, but my intentions are to do them. I'm not sure how they go about. I know you'd have to take out the camera and then break the glass further if it's not broken enough. I do have an iPhone 11 Pro sitting at the house, so I'm thinking about trying to do the camera lens on that one since it's broken. I'm just being super delicate with this side here, try not to break it up. Done an XR and it was pretty awful looking. And this camera lens is pretty delicate, so, or flashlight lens is delicate, so I try to leave that to last and just be super careful, but I'd say most of the time I melt it a little bit just trying to get the glass off. The cool thing is you don't even have to remove the whole phone out of here. You just, if you do it right, you won't even have a temperature sensor warning at all, and the phone could even stay on. That's how great it is, this technique. He's just trading it in, which I think I have a sneaky suspicion that most people will be. So I charge $130 for a screen repair and $110 for this. And I charge $110 because if I can make $100, I'm happy. The screen I actually make $80, so that's not too terrible. And now remember, there's a battery under there, so you want to be really careful not to damage that. I'm having some issues getting past this piece here, so we need our punch thing, wherever it went to. This is iRocks. It's going to help me remove the glass a little bit more easier. I try to rotate sides from side to side so that way I don't get too hot on one side. This is your first time doing this, Like in all my videos, I tell you to please wait and watch the video. I certainly hope you did before doing it. And then make sure you've experimented on some frames that are already kind of a dummy frame before doing this technique, because this is not going to be easy to do. Just remember, there's a battery under there, and if you get too hot, you're going to have a bad time. You blow up the battery, or you can catch it on fire. So you just don't want to be in one area too long. That's why I move around and rotate. Remember, don't put too much time on that. You can damage those cameras. Whoa, I'm creating sparks there. I'm starting to melt the plastic right here a little bit, just because it's getting so hot. Okay, so we're going to leave that alone for a while and then work on it again once it cools down. And while it's cooling down, go ahead and put some of that in there. Many people use gloves when doing this. I'm used to being able to feel my way through things, so I tend not to use gloves in this kind of work. But definitely get a pair of heat-resistant gloves if you're worried about burning yourself. really close to the camera. I don't know if I like it that close. Try to maybe do it over this side. So there's some cables underneath here. There is a plastic frame here, it's pretty delicate. Now there's a glue layer around this ring here. So really you just got to cut that ring very carefully. And lift up very carefully. The glue comes loose. Alright, let's tackle the more difficult spot here. Let's try to break it up more if we can. The more shatter you can get this, the better. If I can get this camera piece loose, I think what will help make it last, which I haven't done in the past, is possibly put some captain's tape on it. It's not part of the kit, but if you solder, then you would have some of this. Just trying to help prevent this plastic from melting anymore in the future. We'll see. Okay. Man, I really don't like this plastic on this corner here. It's hard to get this. I just realized that was in the way. Son of a gun. Sorry guys for any uninterrupted edited video, but I apologize that I just realized this thing was in the way. It's my fume extractor. Hopefully you guys didn't miss much. First time doing an iPhone 11, it's similar to the XR and not in other ways. Just pulling on this with that little crevice bar there. Not sure how to get this off yet. Thinking about it. Looks like it's just glue of some sort. It could be something else. Not exactly sure how to remove this yet, but we're just going to work with it for now. Figure it out. Looks like it just came loose altogether. All right, let's clean the frame up best we can. Get rid of all the glue and glass. One thing I did learn is if your thing is bowed, your metal piece is bowed, it's because the clamp is too tight. So make sure you don't have the clamp too tight. I ask you to watch the video all the way through. I'm just thinking of things that can be helpful when you attempt this. It's my very first time on the 11. It is not easy because of that plastic around the side. I keep on bumping it and damaging it. You want to get all the excess glue off of the frame for sure. but you don't want to take off the plastic. It's kind of a tricky situation. I think the plastic ones are going to take me longer to master. The 12s are pretty easy though. We really watch this area really carefully, because not only you got cables you can cut, but you're blowing hot air right into the phone right here, so it's the most exposed. I would say up there is pretty exposed too. Clearly Apple did not intend this to be repaired. I really love to see the camera lens in between the camera lens a little bit better looking, but frankly, this is like really difficult to make it look good. I think I foobarred the frame pretty good, guys. If I'd come with a better technique. So this is a little clip-on speaker here, or ear mesh. That fell off. Okay. I'm going to set those two pieces off to the side first. Let's get this cleaned up. Get some alcohol in this. Little rag here. When you set this down, you don't want any glass anywhere. interfering with our project. You will have a very bad time cracking your new glass. I've done that already once. It was on an iPhone XR too. Just removing some extra glue here. Your camera ring breaks. It's okay, just make sure you order some just in case. Put a new one on, the other one was fine. Very common to break them. Usually break maybe one. No, I think I've only had to replace 2, and I've done like 4 or 5 frames, so not that common. The other option to doing this is a laser cutting machine, but it's time consuming and you can't get the customers in and out very fast. I'm sure satisfied that you got all the glass out. You know, you checked everywhere. And it's time to test your glass, your new one, to see if it fits well. Just try and clean up some of this frame glue. Okay. I do believe this is the noise canceling mic on the back side. This is just a conduit for the mic. The mic's further deeper inside the phone. You can get back glass through Injured Gadgets, but it's not going to be Apple logoed. You may be able to find some on Amazon. I will try to link some if I can find some. Just making sure this ring is not going to come up on me. It doesn't look like it. Alright, so I'm just putting the ring on. Ring is for the waterproofing, by the way. Although, I just go through waterproofing after a years anyways. A lot of your resistance goes away. I think if someone will shift. All right. Our new glass. It's good. So if you did melt this, I usually use a little heat when putting it down to push this in and form it on there. Remember, very important to get every glass shard, guys. This is like a thick Tessa tape, so I try to remove all of it, and then I'm going to replace it with some T7000. You don't have to. You can just leave whatever you want on there, but I really like to have the customer have a really good bond. So the customer can leave. I also use some packing tape to hold it down, or simple clamps like this will work too, if the customer is not coming back anytime soon. Mine is. So I'm gonna put packing tape on it. Okay, so next step is our cold press glue. And I bought these disposable tips. Just saying, they don't come in the pack, but they are worth getting. Try to make the same design as Apple had. Put a little glue on that. Might be a little over the top, but yeah, works. I just take my disposable tip and throw it immediately in the garbage can, and then put this on. If you put too much pressure on this, you can blow the cap out, so just be aware of that. I just kind of set that on something. If the glue leaks out, I don't have to worry about it. I can't. I'm in the middle of the process where I can't. So just put some T7000 glue around there. When I do this, I've noticed that it helps really seal it down. I'm going to carefully put this down. line it up. Okay, so we're already noticing that this piece here is not properly lined. So we might want to go from the other direction. Where is it? Thinking about it now, but let's see if it'll work. Yep, we'll go from the other direction. There we go. We forced lime it with some tweezers there. That worked. Looks like it's sitting flush. That means there's no bends. That's always a good thing. But there are a little bit of leakage on the side. That means I just did too much. Wipe that up because we don't want that making it really difficult to actually, you know, take the tape off. Taping gun is really your best friend. Oh, of course, let's break my thing. This thing has dropped so many times, I swear. Stupid tape gun. Now let's go ahead and release it from the clamp. So press down, pull tight. Tight, tight, tight. Press down. As you can. When you hear a crack, that means you either crazy tough or you had something underneath that accidentally cracked it. So hopefully you're not in that boat. I tell customers 24 hours for a full cure time, so, but minimum 2 hours, recommended 12, and the best is 24 hours. So leave it with whatever you want, but most people can live without, you know, full operation of their phone. You can always cut holes right here in the ear, the microphone and the ear speaker to make phone calls if you have to. That's it, guys. Well, I hope you guys like the process. Please like and subscribe. That's going to be super helpful. More of these back glass repairs are coming in the future, and a lot more videos coming as well in the future, more detailed videos. And please let me know if you have some thoughts and helpful advice on like how I can make this process better. I'm all ears. Okay, guys? You have a good one. Thank you.